So it has taken me 3 days to film this video, and mainly it is because we've had rain for 3 days. So each day I was able to shoot a little bit at a time, and then from there we were able to put all these clips together to create something for you. And today we're going to talk about growing vertically in your garden space, especially a small scale garden. And there's nowhere else to expand but up. So we have 3 unique methods in which we grow vertically, and I want to share them with you. It's not even the arch that you see right now. There are other methods, and I think it's important to actually utilize the arch, but for now, these other 3 are excellent for small space gardening. And as you can see, we're pretty small space. So we're going up from this point. No more to go out, so we're going up. So I'm really excited. We just got in today's shipment, the garden stock towers, and it just arrived. I'm so stoked because what this allows us to do is to grow vertically from this point. Our garden is completely maxed out. I mean, I have room for 2 more beds, but this is a 5-foot tower. This tower is me, basically me. And what's gonna happen is I can plant whatever I want in there, and it's gonna be vertical. So it's not taking any more land space because we're growing up. And again, for those of you with restrained spacing and not enough room because you're maximized or you're just starting, this is the great tool for you. So stay tuned, we're gonna put it together. All right, let's open this baby up. What do we got? Excited. Let's see how it comes. Oh yes, I forgot I ordered this color. Careful, the clematis. Okay, let's take a look at it.
It's from the week. I do stuff every day.
Let's see how. Oh, we got some free seeds, fertilizer. This is probably about, how many inches tall do you think this is?
12.
This is about 12 inches tall, and it's really nice, really deep. The roots have a great system that they can actually grow down in. This is ideal. You can see the drainage holes. Yes, I am. He said I'm not made of sugar. And it's pouring. Holy smokes. And as you can see, it's building. So what has not arrived yet is a spinner for the bottom. So once the spinner comes, we're gonna go ahead and relocate it so I could spin this around and let the back side receive afternoon sunlight if I really needed to. And then we'll continue to build up. And then we're gonna go ahead and plant the items that we have in here, and it's gonna be green beans and peppers for fermenting. So, yep, that's in. So everything's in.
That is really cool.
And collapsed. Perfect. So each end right here will collapse in together. That's how it's secured. We're soaking wet, and we're just about to go inside. We've already lit the stove, but that's it. That's how it's secured. It's actually ideal. Very, very nice. So each cell will get a plant, and then from there, we're good to go. Take a look at that. Guys, so if your tower is leaning and you know that your ground is level, there's 2 things to problem shoot. Make sure that these are actually snapped into place right here, and your watering vessel, that clear disc, that circle gray disc that's on the inside there that snaps to the tubular section, that needs to be snapped very well too. This needs to be snapped, and if all of it is snapped properly, that just means that your ground is not leveled and you should level out your ground. All right, we got caught in the rainstorm, so we're going inside for a few minutes, and it's supposed to let up here soon. So once it does, I'm gonna come back out. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to plant the beans in here and the peppers. And there you have it, the garden tower. I'll add all the information on this garden tower in the descriptions for you. And I'll give you a link where you can actually go take a look at it. They come in 3 sizes, you guys, 3 sizes. So if you don't want something as big as this and you want something a little smaller, I'm gonna tell you, small patios, townhouses, apartments. You might want a smaller tower, but you might not. There's 6 cells per tier. 6 cells per tier. Do you know how much food you can grow in 6 cells per tier? So we're gonna go ahead and plant bush beans in here because I can normally not plant bush beans only because they take up so much space in your garden bed. But now with these towers, this tower here, I'm so excited. I can plant as many bush beans as I want, and we can be eating green beans all summer long, as well as enough to freeze and can if we want to, or make dilly beans. So this is gonna be a great thing for us. But I'm only gonna utilize the 4 layers here for the bush beans. The top layers, I want to plant some peppers, a mild pepper that's going to be great for fermenting and spicing things like kimchi or daikon radish or anything else like that. So we're going to go ahead and plant these guys. So let's get started. I'm so excited. But before I do that, I want to show you the top where the water tower is. In your garden stock tower, you can see some of the rainwater is already pooled in here. However, it does need to pool down in here. So what happens is this is a 5 tower. So the water line should always be up here when you go to water, okay? This is a 3 tower, this is a 4 tower, this is a 5 tower. So I'm not gonna water today because obviously it's raining, but when it's a dry spell for us, I'll go ahead and fill it up to the 5 point and it'll water this whole system for me and I won't have to worry about it. Green beans. All right. So we're gonna separate these guys up as gently as we can. The rain just came back the second I came outside. So we're just gonna show you real quick. So as anything else, I'm just gonna take them, I'm gonna plant them directly into the cell. And if I need to go back and add more soil, I will. So the bean stalk will sit just like this. And we're gonna go ahead and try to squeeze in as much of this tower as possible. And then from there, we'll go. The other thing I wanna tell you is, I would not take the risk of putting your stalks in first before assembling in this, because at any point you can snap what you have. You definitely want to plant after you've assembled your tower. It's not as easy, but it's going to keep your plants a lot safer in the end. I'm going to also edit to add that part though. Justin did bring a good point, unless you're doing seeds. So if you have this tower already for next year ready to go and you want to just go ahead and direct sow in here, by all means, direct sow. That's what I'm going to be doing next year. Right now, we had to have starts in because the tower came a little bit later than I had planned. And now I'm dropping my starts. But next year, we'll be direct sowing. And who knows what I'm going to plant in here next year. It's all about experimenting at this point. So we got to go back in, of course, and refill back in the dirt so it's nice and level. And then by the time the water hits it and the rain hits it, your dirt will be packed in there nice and tight. And your plants will be safe in there and secured. Now, you know the bush beans are going to grow yay high. This top tier right here is going to be my peppers. The best companion plant for it? Absolutely not. But each cell stays within the cell. So some of you guys might have a question in regards to what happens to the soil after the first year. And if you know anything about container gardening, which we do because we only do raised beds and containers, the next year, which will be year 2, we go ahead and we just amend the soil that's in here. We keep the existing soil, we'll add some compost in here, and if we need to fertilize the plants going forward, we will. By year 3, we take everything out of here, we'll put it in one of the raised beds, and then we'll start all over again with fresh new soil and some new compost in here. So every other year, you're starting your containers over again, just like a tower, and it's just as easy as that. It's just something you get used to when you have to grow in containers. In this particular raised bed, we're going to go ahead and put a trellis right up here because these are potatoes and the potatoes aren't going to need the sun in order to grow. So we are going to plant for the very first time ever wax beans. I'm excited about this because I want to make a 3-bean salad. And then on top of that, more pole beans. These are called the market beans. So this is a new variety for me as well too. They're both from Seed Saver. So I am excited to see how the flavor comes out for both of them. Something fun. 6 years ago, I planted borage way on the other side of the garden and it has reseeded itself and I have since lost the original plant, but this popped up in this tomato bed right here and I found 3 starts. So I'm just gonna leave it here. I'll probably move it again, but that's okay. I've got my wax beans and my market beans in here and they're gonna go right up to this trellis. It's a little tall of a trellis, but I have grown beans in the Asian variety that actually grow 9 feet tall. So this is perfect for what these are gonna be if I choose to change the type of beans that I wanna grow. I am wet, I am cold, My hair is frizzy. I have no makeup on, but that's okay because this video only took me 3 days to film because of the rain. So we have 3 forms of ways to grow vertically here. And one of them, of course, is the brand new garden stock tower that you guys saw me assemble. Love it, absolutely love it. The other one I'm gonna show you, you already saw, was the new vertical towers that sit in front of the raised beds with the smaller beds on the bottom of it. That's great, those went up today, absolutely love them. There is a third one and it's called the A-frame trellis. Let me show you that one real quick. So the A-frame trellises are great because we can grow vertically a lot of heavier items, not just like beans and cucumbers and whatnot, but heavier winter squashes like spaghetti squash, acorn squash, butternut squash, and even sugar pumpkins. These things are built to last. They are actually solid, they're firm. We used 3x3s on this one. We could have used 4x4s or something. I don't even think I would have gone any smaller than a 3x3. But as you can see, the pots are on the bottom there. I could have planted them directly into the ground, but we have a lot of slug issues and I've got to trim this back. This is lemon balm. It's gonna get trimmed completely back and then these are gonna move here. And so what they'll do is, they'll grow vertically from this point all the way up and then I will have everything there. I got a little careless in my seed ordering. These are little jerkin cucumbers that I'm gonna grow on that side and try to just keep them trellised way over there because I'm running out of room. So with that said, these are A-frame trellises. They're actually amazing and they work really well for winter squash items and they're ideal for growing anything that's on a heavier variety. So even with small spaces, you're not challenged. You can actually do so much in such a small space. Vertically is the best way to go. And I'm not done going vertically yet. I will find more spaces which I can still grow vertically without hindering the growth process of anything else in my raised beds. So keep that in mind as you're creative. Of course, you know, you could always do the arch frame cattle panel ones if you would really like to, which I'll be doing in the kitchen garden here. But for now, these work. They're sturdy, they're firm, and they're absolutely amazing for such a small garden space. You can grow a year's worth of food in the space that you have. You just have to be creative with it. And that's it, you guys. That's what I have for vertical garden right now until the kitchen garden's done. And once it's done, I can show you another method for growing vertically as well too. Have a great day, you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.